Well, guys, I got this off of eBay. It was $18, that's shipping included. And the reason I bought it is because it's a Slaymaker. And usually when you find these older Slaymakers, they are wafer locks. Wafer locks were much easier to manufacture. Now, true, they were much more tolerant to corrosion and everything getting into the keyway. But back then, if you didn't move on to the newer technology, pin tumblers, then you were behind the times, man. Nobody's going to buy your stuff. So Slaymaker did it. It is a nice cast body. I don't see any seams. Seems to be pretty well done, but that may just be wear. I really don't know. You can see a pin here. We could probably drive that out, and maybe the core would fall out, and maybe not. I really don't know. I don't want to ruin the lock. When you look at the top of this guy, you can see that there's a pretty good gap. So my first thought is that we'd be able to shim it. But before we do that, there's what your keyway, one of the very early, very wide open rectangular keyways. And I think you can, just off the reflection, you can see that first pin. I did get a key with it. And the key, according to the advertising, does work. And it does, you'll see in a minute. It is not an original key, though. It looks like this has been impressioned. I don't know what ACR means. It might be the key. I really don't know. A lot of wear on this thing. So you see this has been turned probably thousands and thousands of times up until the point to where it no longer turned. And I think that's where we're at here. As I said, the key is advertised as working, and it does. Just be a little patient. You have to kind of do some serious jiggling here and slide it in and out, and you got to move it up and down. And come on, baby. It's almost like I'm raking it. And in fact, that's exactly what I'm doing. And I'm tilting it up and down. There we go. See, there's proof. It does work. It wasn't false advertising. When you turn that key, you get about, I don't know, 45 degrees out of it. It doesn't pop open. You actually have to pull it open. So there you go. Then once you pull it open, all the spring tension's gone. I don't understand that. There is a locking pawl on the top here. There's cutouts on both sides of this shackle. And because we saw the wide gap, let's see if we can take this perfectly functioning key out of there. Lock it back up. Pretty stiff. Pretty wide gap. Now, this was the side for sure that popped out, and there were cutouts on both sides. So my thought is, let's just shim this side first, and then perhaps, maybe there's a little bit of false advertising. It really is pin tumbler, but maybe, just maybe, get that dude in there. He's not quite the right size. Hold on a sec. Get the right one. This was the small size. I like using the smaller ones. First of all, it fits a lot better, as you can see, but they're also stronger. They don't bend as easily. So slide them down in there, hopefully. Or maybe not. He may not be shimmable. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. I think he slid in there. Maybe not. It popped him right back out. All right, let's slide him around the back. Then what I'm going to do is just rotate it around. Sometimes you can get that to work. Maybe not today. All right, not important. We won't shim him, but we will try to pick him. So let's get that out of here. Pretty wide open keyway there. I need a very wide tensioner. That should work. And I can use any pick I want. I'm using 25 thousandths, nice thick Attila. And let's see if we can get him open. I'm going to try to bully him first. I'm going to use heavy tension. There's one. There's one. Pin 2. About to lose my tensioner there. It really is a wide keyway. There's one. Well, it's an honest lock anyway, if nothing else. I think that's open. Here we go. Pull that. Open. There we go. Well, certainly not worth quite as much as I paid for it, but it is an interesting piece of history. It's a shame that the key doesn't work a little more smoothly than it does. Appreciate your time, guys. Stay safe, stay legal, and I guess take my own advice. Pay a little closer attention to those eBay listings, and maybe ask a question or two. Might pay off. Thanks, guys.